So Jack, now you have to name your favorite and least favorite thing about Graham, because I've turned this into a hot seat episode.
Sure. Okay. So my favorite thing about Graham, I know for a fact that I can count on him. And by counting on him, I know that encompasses like a lot of things. So like I can count on him for like a great opinion on something. If he says he's going to do something, I can count on him that he'll do it. You know, I can count on him. Like he's a great person to rely on because he always holds through. So I think that's probably
the least favorite.
The least favorite thing I have about Graham. Probably, I mean, I gotta say, it's probably your frugality, honestly. I don't think, I mean, I'm not your girlfriend, so I don't think it's charming, you know? But I definitely think, like, it's holding you back so much.
What would you do? What would you spend money on? Since the person who got a new MacBook computer.
I don't know.
Yeah, and it was a great investment. A really, really great investment. It speeds up my editing, like, tenfold. And also, I think I edit way better on it because I use Final Cut now, and I could barely render Final Cut. I had to use iMovie on my MacBook.
So what else? So what do you want? What do you want me to spend money on?
I think you have to forget about these little like $5 charges, even up to $1,000 charges, man. Because you're spending but you're spending your mental capacity deliberating in your head over whether or not you should pay for something. For example, when you're negotiating with Jeremy about buying his old Tesla, you're spending so much time for like pennies to you. I mean, you're trying. No, I'm just saying.
He wants 45. I was like 40. At 40, it makes sense.
No, he's 45. Willing to do 44. I thought.
No, 43. Well, I don't want to say.
I think with Graham, because I was worried initially when we first started dating, when he talked about bringing on one full-time assistant and he wanted a driver and different stuff, I was worried that the more he'd make, the more he would change. But I feel like Graham's the same because of the things like this. He's always kind of kept his touch because he knows some of those frugality things are him he still is in touch with what it means to make every single dollar. I think that those weird frugality things that maybe just for us and what we see as like, it's $5, just get over it. For him, it's kept Graham. And that's why still now, I mean, obviously there's ways that both of us have matured and grown as people over our relationship, but I think it's one thing that's kept you. Mm-hmm. And has kept you so in touch.
Well, I was speaking more so from a business perspective. I wasn't really talking about like from a personal level, because I do think from a personal level, it keeps you grounded. Having the amount of money that you have, not willing to spend the extra dollar for, I don't know, an extra side or something like that. I think it keeps you grounded in like the normal people out here. But like from a business perspective, because you know we do a lot of business together, I do think it could help you a lot if you just upgraded.
Tell me what to spend money. You have not told me something that I haven't done yet.
I'll say 10 things if you want me to say 10 things.
Please.
Okay. So one of the things, you want to say something?
Oh no, I just was going to keep count for you.
Oh sure. Okay. So one of the first things is the A7S III camera. Okay.
That's on Alex.
He agreed to it.
I said yes. So get rid of that.
That's on the way.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying that took 2 months of convincing.
It's been fine. It's been fine until then, though.
No, but I'm just saying if you had upgraded a while. I mean, do you not want me to go into that one since it's solved?
Because it's already
but that
solved.
was an issue for a long time.
But the current camera's fine. I've never had an issue with the camera. This is an upgrade.
For the towels on your lights, you got to get rid of that.
Doesn't make any difference.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't make any difference.
It's quality. It's quality.
I completely
And for the
disagree.
viewers, I think that, look, for a lot of them, maybe it won't matter, but I do think if you're going to grow, you need to start investing back into your channel a little bit, man.
It works. I don't know. I like the towels. But okay, what's the next one?
What's up?
She's
count.
counting.
You only have one.
Got it. Okay, sorry.
Two towels.
The Volvo. I think spending $1,000 on the Volvo was just.
I thought that was the best financial choice I've done. That was one of the best buys this year.
Okay, well, I disagree with that. First of all, because look, it's funny for branding. You can negotiate.
I don't
you
think it's funny.
that.
I use that car.
You rarely use that car. Rarely ever do you use that car. You've probably used it once in the first 4 months that we own the car.
I've used it multiple
He
times.
does use it more than the Tesla,
Yes.
I will say.
But I just don't understand. It's like you have a Tesla and you also have a Volvo.
Yeah, because you never know when we need an extra car. It's $1,000.
Sure.
It's worth 4 or 5. Like it's. I would be stupid not to buy that car. That car would make me more money than buying Jeremy's Tesla.
Sure. Okay. So let me also. I'll just say a few more things.
Okay.
As far as the set for the iced coffee
Yes.
I remember I had to call you and double check and convince you for a long time about upgrading some of the things and buying some of the things for the set. And that was it took a little bit of convincing.
I think it was the camera because I said we had 2 Canons.
I think what it all comes down to is I think that you should maybe instill a little bit more trust in Alex and I to make some of the more, the $1,000 to $5,000 decisions, because I don't even think it's worth your time to think about these little inconveniences for you that could really improve the business. I think it's not worth your time. If we say, Graham, you need to buy this to make the business better.
What do I need right now?
Well, we still don't have an A7S III for the main channel.
Alex handling
I'm
that.
working on getting that.
I still think you should have done the Canon. I think Canon has a better color profile. I think the Canon.
They tell me that it's Sony, but they hooked it up. I don't know.
Sony's on here. You guys can make the decision for yourself. We're rocking Sony's, and then Canon is hers.
Give me something to buy. What is it?
Something to buy?
Yeah, you come up with
I'm also, I will admit, I'm put on the spot a little bit, so it's kind of difficult for me to.
We did have to nag you about the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah.
Because I would be in the bedroom and then you'd be uploading something, but I would be on a call with somebody, like on a Zoom call, and then I would just lose connection out of a meeting.
Oh, because we didn't get service in the bedroom. It was.
I didn't get service in my room
but like
either.
when somebody was uploading, then I would lose service.
Sure. Okay.
So when somebody was using a lot of the bandwidth, I would just.
All right.
And that was for a solid, I want to say the first month that we had moved in here.
That was bad.
It was just like a total issue. You couldn't even use the Wi-Fi in my room.
All right.
So that was an issue. And I had to call you to convince to upgrade the router. Another thing was the IMAX. I remember it had been a long time, even though we're splitting the cost of that. Basically,
examples. What can I buy now? What do we need now?
What do you think, Alex? Because I know you probably also have an opinion on this.
Well, the first thing that should be taken care of is those lights, man. You shouldn't be having towels on your lights at this level, and it does make a difference. I'm telling you.
Look at how quality the lighting is in here. It's amazing. But Graham's main channel, he's totally overexposed. I want to say half the time. Okay,
but that's Graham. That's Graham. That's his brand. It's funny because we went to that YouTube review of your channel. They're like, maybe get a hair light, but just keep everything the same.
Yeah. Even Mr. Beast was like, he wouldn't change anything.
But when you... What?
Mr. Beast said he wouldn't change anything. The only thing Mr. Beast said was, I think, was an editor.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think you should hire out an editor. I do just want to say, though, it's like when you side by side to someone like Ali Abdaal and Graham, and you're just like, wow, the production in Ali Abdal's, it's like...
Who's getting more views? Who's getting more views?
But you also have more subscribers and you've been getting more views for a long amount of time.
But I'm just saying, Ali has always had better quality.
Okay, who's getting more subscribers? You or Mr. Beast, and who has higher production quality?
Different. That's totally different channels. You can't compare Mr. Beast with finance content.
Finance is too niche.
Yeah,
Mr. Beast is so general.
You can't do that.
Okay. Graham.
Yeah.
Favorite and least favorite thing about Jack.
Yeah, but we're running out of time. So
I know. That's why I'm trying to let this go.
How about we just do the favorite thing on Jack, and then we'll leave.
No, I want to know the least favorite thing.
But we're running.
No,
out of time.
come on! I told you my least favorite thing.
We're running out of time. The more we talk about this,
just make it quick.
We're running out of time. The more we're talking about this, so you need to run through it.
The best thing about Jack, I like your ideas, and I think you're very proactive with everything that you do, and you're always thinking about the next thing and how to make something better. So I like that you constantly improve. The least. I don't know if there's a...
No, you have something.
I don't know if I have a least.
Come on, Graham.
He's moving out.
Yeah, you're moving out. I don't like that. Least.
I know what your least favorite
What is it?
I mean, it's because you guys are different, but he prefers to take some time off as to where you would prefer to work.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say that's a least.
I mean, I'm sure you don't like that, but I do like. I would like to say I do come back swinging.
You do.
Like once I take a break, it reinvigorates my passion.
I think the only time that was bad was when you were also still in college.
That was tough.
But now it's like you take off like 2 days, but you already are.
You know what?
Half ahead.
Yeah, the only things I could think of is that there were a few times where I was pushing to get something done like really, really, really fast, and it's worked out in our favor. And I could tell, like for example. On the second channel, there have been a few videos there where like, I give you the footage at like 6 p.m. and it sucks. But I'm like, we have to get it out the next day. And you're like, and I could tell, but you did it. And it turned out like really well. We've had some of those really good videos where they've just we had to time it. Same with the podcast, the Dogecoin guy, Doge Pro, and you were just about to leave to go and visit your family, and I was like, no, Jack, we got to do it. And you're like, no, we already have another episode lined up for here. I was like, Jack, we got to do it. We got to do it. No, it's just to leave right now. I'm like, you got it. And that was like one of the most viewed episodes that we had in the first like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
But we did it.
We did it. But I think there's that element of that you have to do things immediately. And if you don't strike within that, like this, within 24 hours, you lose the opportunity. I think those are the opportunities that you get the best work.
Yeah, I think sometimes you don't have like a perfect, which granted you do so many other things well. Yeah. So don't take this as insulting because there's probably plenty of these things exactly like what I'm about to say that I could be better at. I think sometimes you have a hard time seeing trends that are going on, like things or time sensitive trends.
I think, you know what, I think Jack sees the trends, but sometimes it's like it's the pain of having to drop your schedule or change your schedule last minute to accommodate that.